Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Reckons. I can see that you are here. Sorry to hear you're feeling a bit burned out, but I think it was you last week. I did tell you to go and do a course on FM. It'd be much nicer. I'm thinking of writing a play. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I've actually attempted to write a play once. I got the first act done and didn't finish it. And then I decided I was going to write a book. And I got about 4 chapters done and I never finished it. After that, I've decided probably not my thing to do. But I'm going to just click this button here. This is a new feature from YouTube. I think it's kind of like, let's bribe your audience kind of thing. And the reason why I thought about doing this is that I have 2 videos to make, and I never realized how difficult this was going to be after my surgery. But even just doing the 3 live streams a week is tiring. But I have this determination to keep going. The play that I did was about a hostage situation, where a couple were taken hostage in a remote cottage. It's been done millions of times since now, but I got halfway. I couldn't figure out how to continue in the second act and packed it in. But that's it. Just wasn't my thing. Anyway, this bribery is I just thought I really want to do these videos, and one of these videos is about mastering FM, and this is what we are doing here, and in the Ipswich save that I'm currently doing. And this has been an experiment since I came back, that I believe that everything in FM24 is due to lines. We are hey AP, how are you doing? And we've achieved this just by altering our defensive line and our offensive line. And there are ways that I've developed since this has begun that it's based basically on how a team lines up and the style of play that they play. And if you set your lines up according, hi Airwolf, good to see you. If you set your lines up according to the way that they play, then you're going to achieve these kinds of results. The second part of that, of course, is that some teams are going to be able to change the way that they play during the game. So you have to be vigilant in case they change the way that you play. Then you have to adjust your lines again to combat that. I'm coming up to get this game against Brentford. And we played this a couple of sessions ago. We played against Brentford a couple of sessions ago, and we beat them 3-0. Looks comfortable on the surface, but if you remember, those of you who were here, if you remember, what we had to do was we were being beaten in the first 20 minutes. Now, I'd looked at how they play. I think it was just after the Dynamo Kiev match. And then I just, for some reason, I read that as a vertical tiki-taka. But it's not a vertical tiki-taka, it's just a tiki-taka. So I misread how they play. And basically, Brentford started off by focusing everything down the flanks. So I thought it was a vertical tiki-taka, and therefore I had planned that they were going to play up the middle, play much narrower. So I pushed my lines up. About 20 minutes in, I said, my lines are all over the shop. I then went into a mid-block, and we lowered the defensive line to cope with that, with them trying to get round the fullbacks. And then we ran out winners by 3-0. The whole game changed on its head. And so today, I've remembered that, and we are setting up in a mid-block. And other things that I remember we did, we came off the counter press. We're just going to move the ball quickly when we get it. And I think what I also did was I came off the trigger press a little bit, and I'm not now going to prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. Those are the changes that I also played in a balanced way. Good evening, Stephen. So, thinking about, is this game, do they want me to remember how I beat Brentford last time? Because so often we don't pay attention to how we beat them last time. And if I play in the mid-block, will the game remember that I made those changes and we won? Does the game want you to remember how you beat them last time? And so we're going to try that. But also, I'm going to be very vigilant because being a tiki-taka that they're playing, they could focus down the flanks, they could focus through the middle. And so with my line now being lower down, a lower line, they may try to use this space in front of my line, especially as I've only got 2 defensive mids and one of those could go missing. So basically, I need to keep an eye on, do they start exactly the same? Or are Brentford, is the AI capable of having Brentford play in a different way to how I saw them play last time? And this is going to be quite an interesting little part of Messi or Ronaldo. Messi. Everybody's going to say that, aren't they? For sure. And to be fair, Ronaldo's attitude sometimes works against him, unfortunately. Now, I'm happy with the team. I've rotated a little bit because it's the cup and I need to rest players for, I think we have Tottenham coming up very soon. Frimpong thinks Gray should have been picked, but I want to rest him. And so we're going to see now if this theory that I have about lines actually extends to, can the AI, can it learn and play in a different way? And I want us to play like it. We are favourites, and I'm expecting to see. These are 18th in the table, and can they learn? I forgot to do something quite important, so we'll do that now before anything happens. I just forgot to tell the boys. Jimenez needs to be type marked. He's already been highlighted as a danger. And these, I don't think I need to do anything yet. I don't think that there's need to panic yet. So if they play the same way, and Brentford are 18th, and we'll see the quality of their manager, will they now play down the middle, or will they still look to expose the flanks early on? And if they are now going to change the way they play from last time, focus down the middle, I'm going to have to be very wary of the spaces in front of my defence. So this is going to be quite an interesting little experiment. I do know that they are aggressive and they're brave, and perhaps that's something. We are not the most aggressive team. We're not the bravest of teams. And that might be something to do. But I have brought in Biomo and Guehi at the back. They are both very aggressive, very brave players. So hopefully, especially Biomo, so hopefully he could solve problems. The fact that I've come off the pressing a little bit, I don't mind them playing it around here. But will FM remember that I beat them like this last time and adapt the way it plays? And there's a ball over the top. He's offside. Miles offside, surely. So maybe they are going to come down the middle this time. Has the AI adapted and seen that I'm going to close down the flanks? And will they go up through the middle now? It's just quite an interesting experiment. I saw it, Callum. Hey, Callum, how are you doing? I saw it. I thought they played well second half. I really think they played well second half. Good result for Newcastle, I thought. I also watched the Chelsea and Arsenal game. That was a super game, that was. What's my favourite movie? God blimey, Lord of the Rings. It's my favourite movie. And nothing seems to be happening here. But at the moment, I don't mind, because we're just trying to figure Brentford out here. And does the AI remember? And basically, as long as we are not behind, we're in this game. But again, they are going down the flanks, and there is a ball into the box, and clearly they are trying to play down the flanks again. So we should be able to counter that with the lines being as they are, and then we should just score when we have a moment when we're attacking. So I think it's job done. They're playing exactly the same way as they played against me before, and as this worked before, then my theory is this should work again. And this is part of putting this theory together, that everything you do is about lines. And get your lines right, and you've mastered FM24. And we are starting now to attack. And there's the goal coming. Nope. We are well in control now. We look very dangerous now, and we score a lot of goals in these situations. Hi, Raphael. How you doing? And if I can prove this, it just kind of like opens up the game like a can of worms, because everybody will be able to do this. And Brentford had the early momentum, but we've taken it back now. I just set up so that we're not going to lose this. They're not going to catch me down the flanks. Most of what they're doing is going down the left-hand side because I have a wing-back on attack. But our defenders are deep enough that we've got that covered. And they're good enough that they shouldn't be getting past us. And it should frustrate them, and we should go and win this. And there's a chance. That's what I'm hoping. I'm good, Raphael. Getting better all the time, day by day. I'm getting better. Are we going to win this game? Is this theory going to be proved to be correct? I have rotated the team. It's not my strongest team. We are not dominating possession. I don't expect us to. We're sitting off them. So I don't expect us to dominate possession. I just expect us to move forward at a high tempo, which is what we seem to be doing. And this is, again, it's quite nice. But unfortunately, Suone, who's a young boy, very good prospect, he lost control of that. Promising situation. So I'm giving space in here. So I just need to be careful that they don't change the way they play. But if they try to go outside us, they're not going to be able to do it, or shouldn't be. We're good enough to stop them. Could have a moment of madness, of course, where we don't defend properly. Again, they've gone outside. Checking on the data hub, I was aware that 40% of the goals that they scored have come from crosses. And there's a moment of madness, isn't it? So they're certainly not trying to take advantage of this space, and they're using their wingers a lot. So theory is correct at the moment. We need to keep an eye on who's causing mischief here. They're using their midfield to good effect. So I may need to think about their midfield. In fact, before half-time, let's think about that. Finishes 38 passes, 89%. Pogonzo, 91%. So they're passing, their midfield passing, all of them are passing really well. So they're really giving us a game here, which is quite interesting. Again, they've gone outside. And they are definitely trying to use the flanks. He had an opportunity to shoot there, go through the middle, but he didn't take it. But defensively, we don't look that great today. What a chance. Florian Wirtz, you should have taken that. So it's been an interesting half. I struggled to beat them last time until I went into a mid-block. It's time for everyone to dig in, but they're not responding very well. I'm going to tell them you have the ability. Get them to respond a little bit. And I need you to change the game. And I don't think I need to do anything yet. I know what a good midfield that is. I mean, this is a great team. And it's a very, very good team. And it's a rotated team at the moment. We haven't got our best forward on the pitch. Although if this continues, we may well do. We're not creating a great deal, but then they've managed to take the possession off us. In terms of their fitness, they're quite fit. So I don't want to do anything at the moment. We won't panic. We're going to win this. I know we're going to win this. They gave us a good game last time until I switched it to the mid-block. What I'm going to make one more change. And because I'm concerned about this area here, and I'm going to go into a low block. Pretty much, and Martinez is 79%, but he's had 2 key passes. It's just we're not accurate with our shooting. But if we go into a low block, it will draw them out. Hopefully then we'll create some space for us behind them. For a team who are 18th in the league, they've given us 2 very good games. And, it's very difficult to beat them. But beat them we will. Sidama, get in. Now this is FM24, my main FM24 save, the Journeyman, which I started right at the beginning in Indonesia. We've found ourselves at Newcastle. And this, I'm absolutely convinced, if you get your lines right in FM24, you become a master of this game. And that's why I've said, set that goal. It's a new YouTube feature. If you give me 5 super chats tonight, I will stay up all night and I'll make this video. And if you follow what I'm doing, and I'll put it all in that video, you will master FM24 in the same way as I'm doing. I'm not doing anything other than pushing my lines up and down according to what I see and what I read in the data hub. And I'm not reading much in the data hub. Those 3 are tired. Neves, Verts, Shazavari can come and have a game. Karaoke. Let's switch those over. Shazavari, he's okay, not unpersonalized. Neves is very tired. Landerson can come on for him. And Suwon, unfortunately, is not having a very good game, so Kanate will come on. I think he's the left footer, isn't he? Yeah. So we'll swap those over. And hopefully now we have done enough. I just want to check with... And Martinez is also a problem for me. So yeah, I mean, once if I get those, I'll do it tonight. It's really been hard for me to actually make videos. It's very tiring. I've just had the heart surgery and it is very tiring. So I will stay up all night if you can do that for me. And we'll get that video out and you guys can master FM24. It's very, very simple what I'm doing. He's tired now. And it looks like the plan has paid off. Our shots on target ratio has become better than Brentford. Our XG is better. We've had a little bit more possession since going into the low block. But we've done enough now. Yoro is also tired. But I can't do anything about him. And again, they were trying that diagonal ball behind between the centre-back and the full-back. And that's why I've got the line set at standard. Oof, unlucky son. That was Kanate back in the team. And if you do see that, they're trying these diagonal balls that go between the centre-back and the full-back. It means they're trying to get behind you to cross the ball. Drop your line back, and it's impossible for them to do it then. And they either have to change the way they play, or they're not going to score goals because they simply can't get into those positions. And Brentford have not changed the way that they play, and so it's cost them. In real life, I support Manchester United, unfortunately. But we've been doing better of late. I'm not sure that's anything to do with the team being better, but the fixtures have been slightly better of late. And I think that's what's caused the couple of wins that we've had. And what's interesting about the Premier League, though, is that between, I think it's 14th, there's only 4 points difference between 14th and 3rd. 4 points. Which is not much. So anybody at the moment can get into those Champions League spots. I don't know, Raphael. I think there's going to be problems when he first comes in, because if he really does want to switch to a 3 at the back, it's going to take some learning. It's going to take a lot of learning to go 3 at the back. It's a completely different way of playing. Come on, make it 2, boys. Offside. Okay, I think it's time to shut this game down. Actually, I'm not going to shut the game down. I got caught with that before last week, I think. Oh no, it was against Man City a long time ago. I got caught with that before. So I'm not going to shut the game down. We're just doing well enough. Oof. Maybe I should have shut the game down. It does look like they have changed the way that they're playing, but there's so little time left. That change might do is we will take him out of the game, and Marcos as well. We'll just tight mark their midfield so they can't put those passes in. Is it a managerial problem? I think it's a player problem. And there's many of those players I would like to get rid of, and they don't deserve to be there. Because they're just... they want to do it their way. And I don't know who they think they are, but they're footballers and they have to follow the plan. And they don't. And they whinge then because, oh, my plan is better. So I think it's a player issue, not following the game plan rather than anything else. Evening, Andy. I mean, we've tried about 6 different managers. Each one has suffered the same fate. And I've got to the point where it's not the manager's fault, it's the player's fault. So well done, boys. That was a good win. Now, that's quite interesting because I played against Brentford the same way that we played last time, recognising at the beginning they gave us a tough game. They didn't look very dangerous to me. It wasn't the best attacking performance by us or the best creative performance, but we did enough to win it. We stopped them playing, and that is what this lines thing is all about. You position your lines correctly, you stop the opposition from playing, and that is what this run is all about. We've hardly been stung. We've been beaten twice. One was against Norwich. One against West Ham, but since then we are now 25 games unbeaten and 16 wins on the trot, and we're just moving the lines up and down. Looks like this is a game cheat. And it's not just because this Newcastle team are a good team, because I'm doing it with Ipswich as well. Ipswich now are 36 games unbeaten. And it's just shifting the lines up and down. So hopefully, if I get enough of these super chats, I will work all night and I'll get that video out for you tomorrow. That's we're trying out this new YouTube thing, see if I can make a buck or two. Would be nice. So we got Tottenham now. Tottenham, different kettle of fish. So they've passed because we've reached the quarterfinal. So in future reference, the latter stages of the cup is the quarterfinals. Oh, what a stupid question. We of course. What am I going to say? Nah, we don't believe in the long-term visions. They do ask stupid questions. Targets future glory. I think we're doing well enough as it is. So let's try and read this. Score a lot from through balls, which means that I'm guessing they're going to be playing a vertical tiki-taka or control possession. So if they score from through balls, that means that this area of the field, it's really important to close that down. It would be helpful if I had a third midfielder. Actually, I changed my style of play. They are good finishers. They got, yeah. So I can't have a standard line. Good long shots, good finishers. There's no way I can put my line deep when they are able to do that. But what's good is that they don't have blistering pace. There's no dribbling mentioned here. And have a look at... Well, acceleration pace is not mentioned in either side. So they're an average... and we've got to have enough pace. And they're not the best dribblers. Although I would guess that they're... What we could do is... Where is it? It's not here. I'm not getting that report anymore, which was the comparison. That's interesting. It's just thinking about their dribbling style. I noticed also with FM that you get much less information when you're doing well than you get when you're doing badly. You get a lot more information about the opposition when you're doing badly than you do when you're playing well. And that's the game. The game has to try and win as well. That's the game making it hard for you. I do want to play my first team, so we should be... none of these goalkeepers are registered. So Marcos will come in here. Is Jesus Abba injured? No, he's fit. Jesus Abba. I've promised some players game time, haven't I? Look at all this. Neves. Florian Wirtz is now pleased. So Frimpong needs to play. So it's Frimpong and Neves. And Neves and Frimpong should be in the first team. But because Peterson is also there, Frimpong can't get in. But Peterson, I believe, can play on the other side. Where is Peterson? There he is. I think he can play as a left back as well. Yeah, 4.5-star left back. No problem. So he can come in for Patterson. Abba and Marcos, absolutely brilliant at the back. And Tonali and Neves. Verts and Carioca, or maybe the Velociraptor. The Velociraptor. Carioca can come onto the bench. And Verts, Gray, and Konate. And against Spurs, I really shouldn't be playing with a standard line. So let's go to the control possession. Now, control possession tells me that they're not going to play direct. So they're not going to be firing long balls over the top. So that all works perfectly. In terms of the team report, which is saying don't play with a standard line, push up, it's probably the right thing to do, is to push up, because they're going to be passing it around. And so we are going to push my lines up. I'm going to press them. They're not very brave or aggressive. We're going to push the lines up. I'm going to get in their face a little bit today. We're going to counter press them. They're not brave. They're not aggressive. We'll get in their face a little bit. And we don't need to change anything here. We'll just continue. We are away, so we'll continue to play in balanced. And so we'll see that Tottenham should be playing, or trying to play, in front of me. That's how they should be trying to play. Quarter-final draw. You're right, Andy. I think we just won our 23rd trophy in our 9th season. This is the 9th season, and we've just won our 23rd trophy. Callum, he does, 100% record. But that's more to do with fixtures. Fixtures have been very, very easy. Let's go and have a look at the draw, because we're in the quarterfinals now. We can get excited about the draw. Who are the teams left? Arsenal, Charlton, Chelsea, Coventry United, Sheffield United and Sunderland. No City. Home first out. Whoa, against Chelsea. We'll take that. We'll take that one. Most of the time playing FM, I'd be very afraid of that. But at the moment, I'll relish that. If we can take them out in the quarterfinals, the cup is ours. Where is it due to take place is the question. It's not scheduled yet. Probably sometime in March, I guess. I'll take Chelsea, especially as we are at home. Tottenham away is a tough fixture, but I believe we have the team to beat them. It's just, have I set them up right? There's no guarantee that I'm going to set them up right, of course. Just because I've won 25 games on the trot or whatever it is, I could get these lines wrong. But I do believe that's the correct thing to do. If they're going to be passing the ball around in here, I need to push my line up to stop them doing that. Especially as I've only got 2 in defensive midfield, then a gap. So we'll see. We can always change it if things are not working out. But this is one of those games where you, like, the third part of this system is that you have to be vigilant with your eyes. Your eyes are just as important, because you set them up pre-match. That's not working. You've got to switch your lines again. But you've got to know why it's not working. Patterson is happy. Hooray! So how does that make the promises look now? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 still working on. So we're not bad now. We're not bad. And players who are complaining about games are getting game time. So we're not doing bad now. Van Nistelrooy's a Fulham manager. That's really weird, isn't it? I should do. I never actually look at who is the manager of these teams. Like, who's the manager of Tottenham? Well, it is like in 2032 now. Who's the manager? Eddie Howe is the manager of Tottenham. I know, that's interesting. Managing Newcastle. We need to win this game to hopefully extend our no, look, he's so confident, my assistant. No way am I going attacking her. I'm not even going to play positive at the beginning. Oh, this goalkeeper I've got to sort out, haven't I? Guehi can come onto the bench. Moreno, Arwell Davis at some point is going to need to get some game time. Patterson's happy. He'll make a good goalkeeper. Evening, Tunkai. How are you doing? So this is an interesting game against Eddie Howe, who is the manager of Tottenham. Can we get one over on him? If we can win this, we are going to be almost champions, because our run-in is so much easier than the others. Oops, see, I've done it again. What a twit. Let's go. I don't think I want to. I don't know them very well. Mickey van der Ven is in the team. A couple of players are tired. Oh, come on, boys. We are good enough to beat Tottenham, but we just don't want to go gung-ho at this point. Peterson's playing out of position, but he's a very good left back as well as a right back. These two, I love it. Two former Coritiba players at the heart of my defence. Into the box, what a chance! 3 of them missed it. 3 of them missed that. Space Football Manager, how are you doing? Greetings, my friend. Welcome to the stream. You'll find there's a lovely bunch of people in the chat there. So we really focused on this space in here. Have I pushed up high enough to stop them using that space? But I do have to be aware that if they suddenly switch to playing wing play, then that could leave me suspect down the flanks. So I've just got to be aware of where. And look at this. Look at their attack is down both flanks. So this is like telling me I do need to be aware. We are focused down the middle, as we should be. In fact, have I got that? No. But because of the way we're set up. But this has given me a little cause for concern that every attack is down the flanks. And I'm not happy about that because... And I'm going to do something about it. If they are attacking down the flanks, then I need to lower my line. And I don't want that big space either in there. So I'm going to go into a mid-block. And I'm going to come off the press a little bit, as well as the counter press. I don't think this team counter presses very well, to be fair. So hopefully that little tweak can stop them getting behind. And if I've read that right, we'll go on and win this now. Oh, we certainly had some good chances. Almost. We've had the match momentum, just that they have... Keep an eye on this. You see, they are definitely focusing their play down the flanks. Everything that, well, apart from a little bit, is going down the flanks. And so lowering the line is a good idea. make it hard for them to get outside now. But also, I'm still not happy. See, that was so much more difficult for them now to use that space. But we are not attacking very well. And in transition, we're poor. But it's okay. It's okay. They're a good team. So we've got to expect a few mistakes and a little bit of nervousness. Go on, son. Go on, Tonali. Oh! But we are creating good chances. Really good chances. I actually don't mind if we draw this. I just don't want to lose. But if we don't lose, we've got an attack that's good enough to sneak one. And our shots on target ratio is 100%, which pleases me. Theo Hernandez is a central defender, isn't he? He's got 2 key passes. I wonder if one of my strikers should be keeping an eye on him. Oh, again. Tottenham, though, are defending for their lives. They're making some really good blocks in the defence. Sometimes the opposition just play really well. But now look what's happened. Since I lowered the line, what's really interesting is Tottenham are focused. Their wing play is not as effective, and they're using much more the middle spaces, which we can cope with now. That's a very interesting development. And you what, Andy? I missed that. Focused so much on the screen, I missed that one, Andy. And you what? Theo Hernandez now. Theo Hernandez, where does he play? Left back. Well, that's not a good thing to do either. Some of them are getting very, very tired. So they are obviously doing a press as well. And they're getting very, very tired. And I know in the second half, Tottenham they fade away. So if we just stay in the game, we'll be fine. We could even in the last 15 minutes up it to more attacking and then get the goals in the last 15 minutes. And there's some nice people in the chat, and Andy. One of the nicest, it has to be said. One of the nicest people. Go on, we're in. Come on, this is the goal. Oh, Florian Wirtz, you'd have put your house on that. Half time, 0-0. I'll take that. And we're performing slightly better. What's interesting is we've had all the possession. Keep playing the way that you are and the result will come. But some of you need to buck up. Canote, Florian Wirtz, defensively solid. I'm not happy. Appeared delighted to be told off by me. They will, I know it's get a little tired towards the end of the game. And they have lost games a lot in the last 15 minutes. So I might, if it's still 0-0, just up the ante a little bit and start putting more pressure on them. If they don't score from a set piece here. That was a good block. But they scored from a set piece. The referee is having a look at something here. Is it going to be disallowed? What would it be disallowed for? I don't quite understand that, but is he looking for something going on in here? That's interesting. And it's unfortunate. Tottenham have actually defended well. And they have sneaked a goal. Now there's nothing wrong with how I'm playing. Although look at their second half performance is amazing. Playing down the middle now. So I need to do something. Attack has let me down. Attack has let me down big time. It's just been real. That was unlucky. I don't think we defended it poorly. It was just a set piece. Nothing you can do about that. But my attack has been very poor. But we're back in it. Shall never get in. And I didn't think that we were doing anything wrong. I just felt our attack was poor. But we weren't playing and doing anything wrong. And we've just, by not panicking, we've got back into the game. What do you think of the SPL? To be honest, I don't follow it, Callum. It's not something that I've really ever got too interested in. I mean, there's like Rangers Celtic. It's like the Rangers Celtic competition. So I don't really have much thoughts on the SPL. Oh, go on, Gray. Go on, son. You'd put your house on him. He's put us in front. Is this another victory coming? I don't think I actually have to go attacking now. Canote's playing bad. Oh, Gray, you absolute monster. And now I'm thinking, actually, because if that's how they do play in the second half, we should put more pressure on them. Now, we are fit. And if they are tiring, they are looking dreadful. And maybe we should be putting more pressure on them now, because they're making mistakes. That's okay. Let's counter press. And now let's push at them. We'll push the line up a little bit higher, and we'll go at them. This might be an error. Or shall I keep it as it was? Let's keep it in the low block. We can still counter press. But I'm going to push the line up higher because they're playing through the middle a little bit more now. And that's how their goal came about. Canote's having a terrible game. Siedemar can come on. Frimpong is tired. Couple of yellow cards. Arwell Davis can come on for Peterson if I can get my mouse to work. And probably the midfield, but we'll leave it at that for now. So this will be a fabulous performance if we can actually hold on to this. Again, I mean, what we're doing is we're looking, watching, and pushing the lines up and down, adjusting the lines when we see things. Who is that? And I've just seen something there, but we'll deal with that after this. Come on, Gray. Put this in and I'll be very, very happy. Put this in the back of the net, Sunshine. He's taking his time. Oh, I say. So there is somebody that I want. We'll deal with that after this corner. Well done, Gray. He is a world-class forward, though. Who is he? Nicola Ravola. Nicola Ravola. He's a DM. I don't like you. So we are going to type mark you, sunshine. I do not like you. He might be the set piece taker, but I'm just not taking any chances. No, he's not. He does take corners, but he's also playing very well. I wouldn't even mind a draw here. I've got to remember, Tottenham are a very good team in this year. They have got another one, and that was just poor. I need to make my substitutions, and that's interesting because I did push the lineup, so they just didn't close him down enough. Florian Wirtz is not playing very well. Let's bring on Shazavari. Swap him over with the Velociraptor. And Tonali Yoro can come on for him. João Neves is tired, but I can't do anything about you. That was really interesting because we didn't push up enough on him. He used this gap, the space in here, and the problem is I've just pushed the line forward, but maybe it hasn't taken effect yet. But it's okay, I will take a draw here. Now, the changes I made to the line had not taken effect. So they used the space in front, and they are playing much more down the middle now than they were at the beginning. I want to go positive with them being so tired like they are. I think we need to take the game to them a little bit more. If it's true they get tired. Go on, Neves. Unlucky some. I've got to admit, though, take my hat off to them. They've defended well. They put in a ton of blocks. We haven't defended very well. We've got a chance, though. Shazavari, there's players inside. Oh, Shazavari. You had two in the open. Inside you plonker. We've dropped down to second now, but I'm not worried about that. Manchester City find it very difficult to lose as well. And Chelsea. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get this third goal. And then let's put him on attack. So let's get both wing backs going up. Let's put that to the test. Are they tired? As it says they fade in the second half. And if they fade, then maybe we should be putting more pressure on them. Go on, son. What a lovely pass. Come on, boys. We can still do this. 2-2 draw will be good enough. We'll still be unbeaten in 26 games then. We just don't want to give it away now. And we've given it away and they don't look very tired to me. I might have to sack my scout who made that report. They don't look very tired to me. In fact, we've gone and lost that. It's probably my fault. Absolutely. And that's my fault. I should have just left things as they are. Absolutely my fault. But that's bad information. I need to berate them now. That's dreadful. We've been very poor at the back. Whoa, that was a big surprise. Very big surprise. We should have beaten Tottenham. I think if I was going to lay the blame firstly on me, the blame would be on me. But our attack was very poor in the first half, and we've defended very badly in the second. But overall, I think it's my error. And you don't always position the lines properly. They can't always get it right. And the information I was given was actually not accurate. And I might have been better playing that in a low block. And that's very poor. You were not good enough. None of them. So that's made a difference. And we have finally lost our unbeaten record. And we have been knocked off the top. And that's disappointing. We do have a break now. Until Aston Villa. I can't explain that one apart from my decisions were very, very poor. But I went on what I was seeing but misread it, I guess. So our unbeaten run has come to an end. 25 games we went and it's come to an end. Aston Villa are somewhere down the bottom of the table. We need to actually get back and win this. I'm surprised that there's a week's break here. Yep, famous last words, Andy. But look at this, Manchester City, again, they refuse to lose. The only time they've lost, Man City, is when we've beaten them. Same for Chelsea. They will not lose. But Chelsea are starting to lose. Man United have overtaken. I just got to hope that Man City can't keep this up forever. They just cannot lose. Except when they play us, we beat them every time. Oh, we got Villa, who are in 17th. Big red flag. Big red flag. Do I tell him yeah, don't worry about it, sunshine. Ooh, that's very upsetting, but I went more attacking and I shouldn't have. I believed my coach. We were 2-1 up and I went more attacking, and that was stupidity. So I should have just stayed doing what we were doing. 22-year-old attacking mid. I've got tons of attacking mids. He's a forward though. If I was playing with wingers, he'd be very nice. Not for sale. Be very nice if I was playing with wingers. Player of the month, Leandro. Marcos came second. I'm actually surprised. I think it was Marcos's last game, 6.6. Look at that. That's player of the month form. But then that 6.6 probably lost him it. Kamalo, goal of the month. I remember that one. Oh, that's a bit disappointing that my unbeaten run has come to an end. Nathan Patterson would like to withdraw his okay, accept the request. Neves has now dropped his so he's happy. So what have we got now in terms of promises? I think we're pretty much nearly there. Larson failed. He's all right. He's in the reserves. Frimpong is getting loads of game time. 34 days left. A month left. Bioma and Doig to be sold. So there's only one that I need to worry about now, and that's Frimpong. So we got all those problems sorted out. All 12 of them, or whatever it was. I still reeling after that. We were 2-1 up. I made an attacking change when I didn't need to. and lost the game. How silly of me. Just goes to show you don't always get it right. Tiago de Oliveira. Still think he would be a decent signing. No, probably not. His first touch is 10, technique 13, composure 11. No, he would not be a very good signing. Probably not. So Aston Villa, Trabzonspor and Chelsea in the cup. Interesting. What we do want to happen is we don't want to go into a bad run. Peterson, Arwell Davis, Abba and Guehi. I'll go along with that. Marcos didn't have a very good game, so let's bring Guehi in. Peterson can come over here and Arwell Davis over here, although Frimpong I need to focus on. Give him the game time. They're still unregistered. Is he still injured? 2 weeks. And Marcos can go in as the goalkeeper. Moura should probably start playing some games as well. I think I might give Moura a game now. See how he gets on. Kamalo's injured. Patterson can come onto the bench. No, he's just said he's happy, so I can leave him off now. Peterson, Biomo. I'm going to play Yoro in there. We're not going to change much at all up front. Canote's gone down a star. Wonder what that means. So let's play Siedemar instead. The most important thing... Actually, he could be right that Florian Wirtz could probably... No, we can't because he's coming back after injury, isn't he? So Carioca instead of Moura. Carioca hasn't played for a while and might have him complaining next. Villa, we must win now. Who are City playing? We have to beat Villa now. Liverpool. That's a big game, isn't it? They will be playing in the early kickoff. They could open up the door for us again. They've drawn against Chelsea. I remember that one. But they just keep winning and winning and winning. It's like City in real life, I suppose. Except for now, because City are not playing very well at the moment. I can't believe their results. City have lost 4 games on the trot. That's not great. Well, not for City. It's good news for me. 6.3, 6.4 is not good enough for this team, boys, I'm afraid. Don't even think about telling me that it's good enough. I'd say 6.7, I probably wouldn't criticise you, but 6.3, 6.4, you are not getting away with it. I really want to win the league now. I said last session, FM will have some explaining to do if we don't win the league this time out. We've just totally dominated everything, and it's just not allowed Manchester City, who have been beaten by Liverpool, to lose. But they have been beaten by Liverpool. We could go back to the top. I've really got to think about now how I'm going to set up against Villa. And this is a game that I just don't want to lose. I really do not want to lose this. They're good at set pieces. Crossing is an issue, but that's 18 assists have come from crosses. Oh no, 6. So 1/3 come from crosses. 6 again have come from just outside the area, so could be crosses. Dribbling, acceleration and pace. Do they have that? No acceleration. Oh, that's aggression. Again, FM's taking crucial information away from me. It's stopped telling me whether they are pacey or not. Their attack is 15.25, 15.5. My defense 15. I should be playing with a high line because pace wise we can match them, but it depends. Direct counterattack. You're having a laugh, sunshine. So we are pulling our line down. Doesn't mean we have to alter our, because a lot of this stuff we know comes from crosses. So I think I'll probably play positive because we're at home. And but direct counterattack, balls over the top, pulling the line back. And Tonali for Euro, possibly. Otherwise Tonali might get a strop on. Tonali for Euro. I mean, we still have a world-class defence, so we really should be beating Aston Villa. Really, we've got to stop balls over the top. That's what we're dealing. Hi, FM, how you doing? FM Rage, how you doing, mate? And I really don't know if this is the correct call. I'm starting to doubt my line calls now. But this has worked for so many games, not just in this save. I need to get this right. Villa are not playing very well. But he's certainly not going to cause me any problems. And neither is he. And they're tired as well. They're tired as well. Our home form, let's go with that one. We haven't said that for a while. We must win this, though. I can barely watch. Win this, we'll go back top again. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? No, I did have a look at them, didn't I? They don't look that good to me. One thing that worries me is that they are going to be pumping these balls over the top. I just hope that I made the right call to pull that line back. Back in Italy, Rage. Back in Italy. I think Empoli is in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got to win this, boys. Oh, look. And they are good at set pieces. I'm going to have kittens every time they get a set piece. But a team 17th. I mean, should I go into a low block and just not lose? Is that what I should do? I certainly am thinking about it. And the reason I'm thinking about it is we're not very good at pressing these teams. And I'm going to come back into a mid-block and come off the trigger press. We're not very good at pressing teams. And once again, we don't look very secure at the back. So I'm coming back into a mid-block. I'm going to get bodies behind the ball. At least 8 of the team behind the ball. That's better. That's not. Wirtz is out of sorts at the moment, isn't he? He's not playing well. And it's a shame because I have to keep playing him because he needs the game time. Or he's going to complain again. I need to buck him up a little bit. All of them need to buck up a little bit. Let's shout at them. I'm not happy. He must be doubt. Well, it's for 26 games, Andy, it's gone so well. And the reason why I'm doubting it is because I made an error in that Tottenham game. I made a terrible error. We were 2-1 up and I went more attacking based on advice I was given by my assistant. I didn't need to go more attacking. We were 2-1 up. And we went more attacking and then stop giving away fouls, boys. They're good at set pieces. Good Lord. This team's going to pieces as well. They are really playing badly at the moment. Maybe I need to bring some of the other boys in. Get in, Frimpong. Yes. We've gone back to the top now. Oh, boy. I wonder, like, should I instruct them to stay on their feet? Because all their highlights have been set pieces. And I remember that the scout report saying they are extremely effective from set pieces. I just wonder, should I tell them, stay on your feet? Oh my God. My nerves are absolutely shot. But I think we've gone back on top now. And we need to win this. We desperately need to win this. I'm playing positive, which is a shock for me. It's a little bit of a shocker, that. But we're dominating. Look at this, 80%, 81% possession. Is he on a... Yeah, he's on an attack roll. But he is quite high up the pitch as well. And I'm just wondering, is that the right thing to do? Because he's almost standing beside this attacking midfielder who's on a support duty. But no, he's not actually standing on his toes. Come on, make it 2, boys. Oh. This is really an interesting dilemma I've got here. We're absolutely destroying them. But we're not scoring goals. There's nothing wrong with how we're playing. That's a poor pass. Frimpong, get your act together. They haven't had the ball, and I'm still convinced if they're going to score against me, they will score from a set piece. I'm still convinced I should tell them to stay on their feet. If we go 2-0 up, I'm going to tell them to stay on their feet. If we can just get that second goal. Go on, Frimpong. Oh, Neves! Oh, come on, Neves. Who hates the business end of the season? My nerves are shot. We could still got 8 games to go or 7 games to go. But it's only because FM is cheating and will not allow Manchester City to lose. Except they did lose today. Look at this, 82% possession. We're just like dominating chance creation. And only 1-0. But at least we've scored. It's not like we're still 0-0. That's a good pass. That's the wrong way. You're playing that way. Harold Davis has decided to come inside a bit. What a good save. Straight at him, though. I'd expect him to save that. Come on, boys. Come on. Make it 2-0. Oh, they are playing very, very, very much. Oops. I just kicked my light then. Where's the legs? I have to move it back a bit. They're playing like very, very deep. And coming into, I think I moved into a mid-block, didn't I? And that's drawn them out. That's why we scored. They are playing very, very deep. I don't know what I've done to my light. I kicked it. Oh my God. Oh, 30. He's playing better today. Just want to have a quick look at that again. 15-8, it's good. We're going to win this 2-0. 15-8 is good. Just we're passing it around lovely. When this team passes it, they look superb. When they are good, passing the ball around, they look so good. And that's another good goal. Oh. And I'm going to just experiment a little bit here. And I am going to say stay on your feet. I don't want to give away set pieces. We're 2-0 up. I can always take that off if they suddenly start to threaten me a little bit more. But I don't want to give away set pieces. So it looks like, Andy, we are back on track. No need to doubt. No need to doubt anything. Who would doubt this Newcastle team? The experts. I made a terrible, terrible error in that Spurs game. A basic, silly error. Why would you need to go more attacking when you were winning anyway? That's a basic, silly error. And so I deserve to get beat. And actually, making the video about use of lines, that will be a good one to put in the video. Because that will show that if you don't get it right, if you make a poor decision, FM will punish you. And that was a poor, poor decision that I made. Why go more attacking when you're winning already? Silly, silly boy. Go on, son. Go on, Frimpong. No, he's not going to score again. He's already got one. But look at this. We're totally hammering them. The difference between the two teams. Their goalkeeper's playing well. But probably needs to be. And let's say well done. Absolutely well done. So going into that mid-block worked. Because they've got no answer to that now. Where is my line as a matter of interest? Standard line. Because they want to play direct. And they can't get it over the top. So, yeah, sorted it now. We're in a mid-block, aren't we? Yeah. Just to get some bodies behind the ball. And Villa have not been in it since. But yeah, I mean, you don't always get it right. And I'm so, like you can tell, I'm so disappointed not to win that. I mean, we've won 20... God knows, 25 games out of the last 26, and I'm absolutely gutted. And I don't like making errors like that. There's that long ball over the top. The line's done its job. Learn your lines, boys. If I'd had a high line, they would have scored them. or at least had a really good opportunity. And there's another one. Sudama, 3-0. Game in the bag. We are back on the top of the league. That was really bad defending. I don't have defenders that bad. Thankfully. We have Guehi, Abba, Marcos, Yoro. Brilliant defenders. 3-0. Dispatched. Just wondering, are you still there, Rage, or you just pop in? Are you still there? Go on, Frimpong. Go on, Sam. And Wirtz has put another one in. 4-0. We are back. We are back. It was just a stupid decision that I made last time out. We got it right this time. Last time I was poor. But now we're back. Come on, boys. Let's get some goals in this second half now. FM be nice because we're totally dominating this game and we need some goals. Confidence is everything. Oh, hit the post. Do not come back into the dressing room, boys, unless it's 6. Don't get on the bus, so you'll be walking home. You'll be walking home if you don't get 6. Frimpong's having a good game. He's playing hell on the right-hand side. Look at this. Everyone is green apart from the goalkeeper. Oh! There's another one. Is that his hat-trick? No, he's Karaoke, not Siedemar. 5-0. Just what the doctor ordered. Oh, and Tonali's gone off the green as well. Come on, make it 6, boys. Let's have a really good... Give Villa a good thumping. Not one key pass. Oh, there is now one key pass from Aston Villa. Look at that. 78% passing. When our passing is good, it's good. I think we can rest some of these boys now. Big European match coming up. And maybe some of these boys who have come in today, Karaoke, Siedemar, need to be getting more game time now. The others might be tired. Siedemar's in. And it is 6. He does not want to walk home. I think it could be offside. Could be offside. It's been disallowed. So you still can't get on the bus, boys, afterwards. You're going to have to walk back to... You have to walk back to your cars. At the training ground. But I think we're going to get 6. This is as dominant a performance as we put on. And yet, we've had to not become more defensive, but be a little bit more respectful of a team that's really struggling. There's that long ball again. The line has done its job again. Let's make some changes. Who needs a rest? Frimpong. Moreno can come in. Arwell Davis. No, he doesn't need a rest. Neves, probably. Gray needs a rest. Canote can come on. And I'm going to give Mora a game. Bring him on for Wirtz. See what that boy can do. See what he can do for half an hour. Come on, boys. We want more than 5. Oh, they've all gone green again. Emerson Royale, is he still playing? He must be so old. Yeah, that he didn't know what to do with that. Then that pass, all they've got is a long pass. Oh, Moreno bursting forward. Oh. Arwell Davis has been brilliant. 6 key passes. It is maybe time, though, to take him off. Although he's still got plenty in the tank there. Corner F. That does look like FM Rage has gone. I wanted to ask him a quick question, but he's obviously gone. Come in to announce where his save is. Come on, boys. Come on. Our goal difference. I actually wonder, are we the best defensive team in the league? Can't be that far off now. Gonzalez has been... Empoli is in Italy, yeah. Thought it might be. Oh, chance! Get in! No. I wonder if... I don't think there will be any major changes to the way the game is played, the coding, the actual engine, how it works. I think the graphics will be a lot better, and I don't think they will be working on score generators and how the game actually plays out, because we all know that each year something is slightly different. And part of the fun of FM is trying to work out what is different from the previous year. But I don't think FM25 there will be anything different, because I don't think they've had time to work on that. So I think if the game has actually will stay the same in terms of the engine of it, how the mechanics of it, how it works, the coding, then I've already got it worked out for FM25. It's like, as soon as FM comes out, we can be winning every game from the beginning. And there is the 6th. So I better make a call and get the bus back. Number 6. Who was that? We've blown them away. So if it is the case, then this will probably apply for FM25, because I don't think they've had time to make anything different this year than what they have had in previous to last year. It's just I'm looking forward to the graphics. Peterson. I think that's going to be the major change in FM25. That's all that they've really worked on. So I'm looking forward to that. I kind of think these graphics are quite good for us, for like what is primarily not a graphics-based game. It's a spreadsheet game. Oh, they got one back of they with a long punt over the top. So I think that if FM25 is the same, then this is how we play FM25 as well. This is like already job done. Who was that? Jesus, Abba. Yeah, he's tired. But he should not be caught by that long ball. Should no way be caught by that long ball. Not with a standard line and his pace. Go on, make it 7 then. So interesting this. And there's number 7, Kanotai. Get in. Last game we made a very, very poor decision. In this game I had made a decision to go into a mid-block. It's absolutely perfect decision. Absolutely right. I said this last episode, Callum. But every time we win, City just keep winning and winning and winning. It's like FM is setting up the end of season. It can't let me run away with it. So it's like FM is setting up the end of season. There's number 8. And finally, Jesus, Abba has got one. Get in. 8-1. What a team this is. What a team this is. But again, it's all about lines. And if you put your lines in the right place, and what we did, we started off, how did we start this game? We had a counter press going, so we were playing high up. We pushed high up. We've ended up not feeling comfortable going into a mid-block with a standard line. We've got it right, and they've managed to get 8 goals as a result. That's how the game works. What's happened there? What? That's way outside the box, referee. He's standing outside the box. Not a penalty review. This can't be a penalty. You can see he's standing outside the penalty area. We'll take an 8-1 victory. Still scoring indeed. Oh, I could do with a nice coffee. That's a good idea. Go on, Maura, make it 9. Not to be. History repeating itself. It's the game is really weird. It is just refusing to let me run away with this. It's keeping City winning, so it sets up the end of the season. I still think we deserve the title, and I think as long as we keep playing sensibly, we will win the title. Hi Fabio, welcome to the stream, mate. But it just will not let me get 4 points ahead or 6 points ahead. That's about as comprehensive as it gets. It's just setting up for the end of season. But I think if we keep doing what we're doing, we will win. And there is a gap opening up. A little gap with Chelsea. Chelsea are falling away. United could fall away as well. And then down from there, 54, it's all falling away after that. So the game is setting this up. Look at this. 3, 4, 7 different scorers. Siedemar got 2. So we have an important... and I'm really, like... I'm almost devastated. Because we would be, like, on 28 games unbeaten. But the game against Tottenham was my error. I am just so annoyed with myself. So annoyed. And if we were winning, and why I decided to go more attacking, I don't know. But I guess it happens. Even I can make mistakes. Silly boy. Now we have to play Trabzonspor. Trabzonspor, we should be beating them. And I do want to give the boys a rest here. And Tonali is tired. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's the first time City have lost. Except against me. So they have now lost 4. But they've... So tight. Chelsea have only lost 3. Newcastle, Brighton and Man City. And Manchester City have lost to Liverpool, Arsenal. Oh, they lost to Leicester recently as well, yeah. So maybe the game is backing off a little bit. They lost to Leicester when we went top. So maybe they are going to start losing. Because don't forget, they'll be in the Champions League as well. 8-1. What a result. So that should get confidence back. And now we should go on and beat Trabzonspor. But I think, I mean, that's a learning point for me. And I'm going to put that in the video. That, yes, you can get these things right, but you can also get it wrong. And if you just do something silly, then you'll pay for it. These are not a very good team, but I hate 4-4-2. They're going to be playing up the wings with the overlapping fullback on one side. I do not like 4-4-2. So they'll probably have a bit of pace. They're actually a better team than I give them credit for. I'm going to keep the standard line. And I'm going to keep the mid-block because that seems to be serving me well. But 4-4-2, I do not like them. Tottenham are making a late surge. There's 8 games to go in the league. This is going to be set up for a very nerve-wracking end. Carioca is becoming a very good player. He has to play more. He's becoming an excellent player. And he's still young. How old is he now? 21 years old. He's the future. He has to be playing more. Boy, he's someone we just keep an eye on. Nottingham Forest, Brighton, not anything we should concern ourselves with. Yeah, 4-4-2 is it's for me. I find it very difficult to figure out. And I usually will drop my line because of the wing play aspect of it. But it's quite aggressive in the middle as well. So I really struggle against the 4-4-2. But with a bit of luck, we should be getting through this round. They're all pleased with their playing time now. So maybe I will just drop Frimpong for this game. And give Peterson some time. Florian Wirtz probably could do with a rest, but He's a star player. He has to play. I'm going to leave that front line for this game. Neves has to still get more playing time. And Marcos is not registered, is he? Should be. Yeah, Marcos is registered. He's my centre-back. Tonali can come in for Euro. Canote, I'm going to leave Sidemar. Sidemar played well. He's going to become a very good player as well. Veloso can come on the bench. Kumalo. And Chris Lamb. Put them all on the bench. Still don't have a goalkeeper. So I'm going to just use a mid-block for this. Against a 4-4-2. Peterson, yeah, I do want Peterson to play. Just to give him some game time. Big game this, because what is it? The round of 16, is it? Or is it the quarterfinal? No, it's the round of 16. So we need to win this, otherwise the board will not be happy. We're expected to win the Europa League. So we better do a good job of it. Getting knocked out here will not make the board very happy. I think that's the deal, isn't it? Yeah, win the Europa League. God, there's no pressure then. We failed because we lost the Community Shield on penalties. That's a failure. This board is ruthless. Having said that, they gave us a lot of money. Yeah, balanced away from home. Shazavari could become a top player. Who's this guy then? Centre mid. I don't have... See, he's like another attacking mid. My gosh. Turati. 6.2, and you want me to praise him for his recent form? You having a laugh? Verts. No, it's not good enough. Sidemar. Possibly. He had a bad game like everybody against Tottenham. But his recent form has been actually quite good. But he might come back at me because of that. No, he's pleased. Because of that one game, he might come back at me. He could be sent on an intensive... Okay, learn faster. Why not then? Kamalo is fit again. Does he need a game? Let's give him a game instead of Florian Wirtz. We can rest Wirtz from time to time. Balance to attacking. You're having a laugh. My assistant manager just wants to attack everybody. We're away from home here. And it's a very important game that I do not want to lose. And it's a 4-4-2. Well, since I don't know much about them, there's not really much I can do at this point in time. They don't look that good. Let's type mark him just in case. But yeah, I wish you could pick up where you left off last time. Another lovely 8 goals today. I don't think it's going to happen though. Well, we'll just have a look at them. We'll sit in a mid-block, which has served us very well of late. As I don't like this playing against 4-4-2. I haven't seen one in a while. So we'll just sit comfortably. We'll have a look at them. Who's that pressing? I've told you not to press. Kamalo. Easy boy. Do not press. I've told him not. Oh, I did keep the counter press on, didn't I? I wonder why I made that decision. But we'll keep going with that. I made the decision for a reason, but I might take it off in a minute because I don't think we're a very good pressing team. Although we have made the better start. I didn't see that though. Are we on extended? Come on, boys. Let's have a lovely 2 or 3-0 win to take back to Newcastle. Ooh. You've got this, boys. Oh, we have to win this. I might get sacked if we get knocked out in the round of 16. I might get sacked. This board is horrid. Possessions equal, but we've been the better team. Even I'll take a draw back to Newcastle. Come on, boys. Let's do something. We're 5 shots, 2 on target. Ratio's good. They don't look like they're doing anything apart from what a 4-4-2 does. Very direct wing play. Oh, you fool. Who was that? Neves. I tell you, they're quite aggressive as well as wingers. I don't like 4-4-2 because it is aggressive in the middle. And that just shows Neves just lost that ball then. Nice, nice, Peterson. Come on, you're up for it. Oh. Come on. Nice pass here now. Lovely pass. Not quite. Go on, you haven't had an assist for a while. There it is. Akim Gray, get in. 1-0. No, Isaac, I don't. I kind of like decided that I had a look at training in early on in 24, and I decided that it really doesn't make that much difference. And for it might make a tiny difference, but not worth writing home to your mum about. And as YouTube, if you're doing YouTube, you'd know you have to get through games fast. You can't hang about, and you can't sort of like, oh, I want to go and have a look at scouting, or I want to have a look at the training schedules. You just need to be playing through games. And so I decided early on it's one of the things that you don't have to do. I've made a video on things you don't have to do in FM24. There's 5 things I found that you don't have to do in FM24. And training is one of them. I mean, FM23, I think it did make a difference, and I did have to spend time on it. And I did a training video for FM23. But I don't think in 24 it makes a blind bit of difference, really. All through FM24, I've not done any training. And this has been my main save. I've never done any training. And we've won 24 trophies or whatever it is in this save. FM24 is not about that kind of thing. We're finding out it's about lines. Judo, get it. Oh, it's going to be given offside. I have a feeling. So, no, I don't use any specific training schedules. I just leave it to my assistant, and he's doing a good job, obviously. It is awarded. Karaoke. 2-0. Who was keeping him onside then? This centre-back was keeping him onside. Oh, that's close. Yeah, it was that little centre-back there. He is quite small for a centre-back. I'd be very surprised if the game sent me out of the Europa League to this Trabzonspor team. I'd be very surprised. But again, it's like I have to get the lines right. And for a 4-4-2, I will always have a more standard line. I will not use a high line. High defensive line for a 4-4-2. You're very vulnerable against a 4-4-2 if you use a high line. Very vulnerable. Could it be 3? Siedemar! This time he's going to be offside. Surely not going to get away with it twice. Surely not. It's awarded. It's 3-0. This team is rolling again. What a lovely pass. Those two boys, Siedemar and Karaoke. They're going to be great players, and both young boys. 2 or 3 more years, those two are going to be the main players in this team. We've just taken them apart. I feel sorry for them going into the second half already. They're going to get hammered, and here's another one. Go on, Siedemar. Inside ball. It's 4-0. It's Karaoke again. Oh, boy. What a team. We have scored 12 goals in a game and a half. Oh, boy. I know they're a good team and we should be winning. But we are ripping teams apart. 4-0. Siedemar already has a hat-trick, doesn't he? Does he have a hat-trick, or have they got 2 each, Karaoke and Siedemar? Now, Akim Gray has got 1, and that was nearly 5. How do you stop tiki-taka with lines? Okay, tiki-taka, I was explaining that right at the beginning, because a tiki-taka is different to a vertical tiki-taka. And with a tiki-taka, they're going to play short passing. But one of the things tiki-taka is not as straightforward as a vertical tiki-taka. With a vertical tiki-taka, just have a high line. If they're going to try and get you through the centre, play narrow and go through the centre, play a high line. If your defenders got a little bit of pace and are quite tall, play with a high line. And these defence is good enough to cope with that. The normal tiki-taka, they will play wider. So they will use wing play. So you would set up for wing play. So use a standard line at the beginning. You'd have to get clues from your data hub as to where their assists are coming from. Like Brentford, I knew that 40% of their assists came from crosses. So because they're going to play wide, then set up for wing play and set your defensive line at standard. If they're much, much better, your defense is poor, you might have to go even lower. But generally balanced is good enough. So the tiki-taka, if they then decide they're going to go through the middle, which they might, then you push your line up. You just got to watch for momentum shift and where they are actually playing. Well, we'll start the second half, and I can explain that a little bit more, what you would watch for. Because they could play with a normal tiki-taka. They might play either way, out wide or through the middle. And you've got to just be very vigilant. Go on, Gray, go on. We nearly got another one. So if you think about, we're going to have this thing come up in a minute. So keep an eye on this. This will tell you if they're switching. So if they switch from wing play, you'll see this growing. So if this starts to grow, push your line up. And that's if they were playing through the middle and your line was high and the wings attacking starts to grow, drop your line. So you just got to be very vigilant when you're playing a normal tiki-taka. I hope that explains it. Hi, veteran. How you doing? Good to see you. So come on, boys. I'm not going to be happy with only 4 goals in this game. Any recommendations for... I mean, do you mean players? I mean, good Lord, no. I don't even play with wingers. I've not played with wingers very much in FM24 at all. So, I mean, my recommendations would be based on their attributes. Anybody who's got good pace, good crossing. If you want natural wingers, good pace, good crossing, agility and balance, dribbling, he's your boy. And a bit of stamina, of course, always helps. But player-wise, such a long time since I've actually scouted for a winger. I've absolutely no idea. There's 1 or 2 have come up on this save, and we just saw one tonight. Who I'd said if I was playing with wingers, I'd buy him. It's an exceptional player. So I don't know, to be honest. Get your scouts to look for the appropriate attributes, and they'll find you tons of good wingers. I think I did set up. I set up a scouting thing for wingers because I was going to switch to the 4-1-2-2-1. So we could have a look at that and see what they found. And given that this team, they're going to come up with some very good players. So we'll have a quick look for you to see what they found. But this game is over. This tie is over, and we're not even breaking sweat here. Look at their fitness. They're not even breaking. In fact, they've gone so off the boil. Some of them are not even focused anymore. I'm going to tell them to focus, because that was just terrible. No, we don't want to slow everything down, thank you. I expect to see a few grumpy faces here because they've been told to focus, and they quite rightly, I think, because they just they don't look sharp anymore. Another opportunity goes begging. So let's make some changes. Let's get some fresh players on the pitch. Jesus, Abba, complacent, you see? Uninterested. He's even complacent on the bench. God, blimey. Well, let's make an example of Abba. We haven't got time for complacency. And this uninterested in the feedback. Karaoke. Uninterested? Well, you ain't playing them. Get off the pitch. Uninterested, Tonali. Need to tell these players this is not acceptable. Overwhelmed is okay. The goalkeeper, I can't take him off though. And Peterson. Now we'll leave him on because he needs a game time. But that's not good. Because we should be romping this. We should be 6 or 7. So that there's definitely no way back. Not good enough. Nice to see Kamalo having a tidy game. But just in the second half, they have not looked sharp. They've looked lazy. Got to get this ball forward, boys. Oh, boy. Again, shabby. Oh, that's better. That's better. Right, okay, so it's a bit early to make many more subs. Peterson is getting tired, as well as Neves. Go on, son, go on. That's better. Don't upset the manager. You get to play for 90 minutes, not for 40 minutes. That little red dot is interesting. And we are playing well down the left, so I'm going to tell them to play down the left. Because their right winger's having a shocker. So let's take advantage. That's better. Look at their space. Now we've got it. Except Arwell Davis made a twit of himself. Because their right back is not playing very well, and their right wing is having a shocker. So down the left seems to be the right way to go. Come on, that's it, Kamalo. You got it. Go on. See, they're playing really bad down that side of the field. Even Kamalo, who's about 4 foot and a fart, he bullied him off the ball. Well, this has been an interesting episode. We scored 12 goals in the last 2 games. But that Tottenham game will linger in my memory for a while. I made a very, very poor decision. And if I'd not made that decision, we would still be winning our way through this season. It was a dreadful decision. Still, got to learn from it. Come on, boys. I want Kamalo to get a goal. He's had a good game today. Not like that, he won't. Who's the most tired? Neves. I don't know who is left on the bench. Neves can come off. Hakim Gray probably needs a rest. Canote and Neves. But I haven't got a DM, have I? I could put Euro up there. Landerson. Oh, what am I doing? Landerson instead of Neves. And bring on Marcos. Switch those two over. That'll do it. Come on, boys. I want at least one goal in the second half. This is poor. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be it. 5-0, we'll be pretty much home and dry in the tie. 4-0. I've seen those leads overturned in FM. Euro, he's not really a DM, but he's a very, very good DM. It's a bit strange, he's not really a DM, but he's a very, very good DM. I suppose it's in FM terms, not in real life terms. I've got no more subs, Arwell. You're going to have to just stay on the pitch. Blame some of your colleagues who just were shocking in terms of their attitude. Absolutely dreadful attitude. Come on, I still want this 5th goal. Where are you going, Euro? Finally got something passed out, but no, it's been a really bad second half. I thought we were going to win this probably 6, maybe 7 or 8-0 after the way the first half went, but it's absolutely really poor second half. But we'll tell him that was okay. We'll tell him it was okay. The name does strike a chord, Sumi. I've got to admit, the name does strike a chord. I think you haven't been in for a while, have you? Must be quite a while. But the name definitely does strike a chord. Karaoke had a fantastic game. He's going to be a great player. So the next game is going to be on Sunday, is it? The FA Cup quarter-final against Chelsea. You'll have to be on our game for that. And therefore... And therefore we're going to rest them up. And I think that is probably a good place to leave it. For tonight, we are after 10 o'clock. Made me say the N word. What's the N word? Oh, you have lost me. What is the N word? Okay, so we have had a good episode, and I'm good. We lost against Tottenham, but good to see that the theory that I've been working on works the other way as well. And although this game appears to be all about lines, if you make a poor decision about your lines, then the game will bite you, and it did. Because I did, on hindsight, make a very, very poor basic error. And we'll try not to make those errors in the next episode. Once we are out of these 4 games, Chelsea, Trabzonspor, Arsenal and West Ham, our run-in is really easy. And at the moment, we are top of the league by 1 point. And... yeah, good to see you too, Sumi. Hope you can make it for Tuesday, because this is going to be a tense end of season, I think. City are showing no sign really of letting up, but we do have a very nice run-in. And if we get through these 4 games unscathed, things are looking good. So join us on Tuesday when we will continue. Thanks for coming again, Andy. You're obviously you're one of my greatest members. Thank you, Andy. You never miss an episode if you can help it, and I do appreciate it, mate. Yes, Sumi, I'm sure. Okay, we'll call it a day here. Thank you guys for your company. I've had a really good time. good news for me is that I don't have to stay up all night to make that video. I'm actually quite tired. But I will get the video up and running as soon as I can. It's going to be a long video, but what we found here is quite startling. And if you do want to master FM, follow what we're doing, and you will do this as well, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. But just don't make poor decisions like that one. Make decisions like this Villa one, where we went into a mid-block, lowered the line, and won 8-1. And against Trabzonspor, we did it again. We lowered the line, and we won 4-0. It's lines, 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 lines. And learn how to do them. So we'll get that video out as soon as possible. And I'll see you on Tuesday. All that remains to be said, as usual, is take care, guys. Stay safe. And we'll see you next time.